Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Grab is a company that offers ride-hailing, ride-sharing, food delivery, and logistics services through its apps. The service include MyTaxi, GrabCar, GrabShare, Just Grab Rent, GrabFood, Grab Express, and GrabPay. It serves in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Myanmar, and Cambodia. An entry strategy framework is referred to draft the proposition. First, we do market assessment to assess market size, which tell us the potential buyers of the products. They include assessing the population, GDP, vehicle per capita. Secondly, we look at customer profile that includes customer spending power, purchasing preference, lifestyle, attribute, and trade. Thirdly, we look into market potential, which tells the potential maximum market or revenue for the products in the future. This will give us an idea how much expansion we can achieve. Fourth, we look into regulations and government support to analyze how easy to enter and to get the infrastructure support for the business. After that, we analyze the entry condition. We need to analyze the existing competitors in the market. What are they? How much market share each of them has? What do they offer? Then we analyze the best entry mode for the company. Do we want to have partnership with the existing providers? Do we want to enter a standalone business or franchising? Business plan is crucial to make an entry successful. We are going to look at the right price with enough margin but affordable by the people. We are going to look into promotion, best way to advertise the product. Thirdly, we will analyze the product differentiations that make us competitive. Lastly, the place which you want to start our business and expand it in the next 5 years. After all the above, we will move to entry operation plans such as management and execution process.
Familiar culture and business norms will be easier for Grab to replicate their business model in the new market. Hence, other Asian countries became an obvious choice. 5 potential targets are selected based on their population size, which indirectly represents bigger consumer base. A few criteria are then being evaluated on all the 5 targets. Smartphone penetration is one of the most crucial enabling technology for ride-hailing services. It can also provide a rough estimation of the consumer size. Industry market potential and compound growth rate provides a better overview of the market attractiveness. Competition-wise, market that is open to new entrants and do not have dominating incumbents is preferred. Lower vehicles per capita indicates higher probability that consumers will need public transportation. But in contrary, it also indicates potential issues with supply shortage of the industry. Finally, other potential barriers such as regulatory restrictions and other forms of public transportation also need to be considered. China appears to be the most attractive market. However, its market is highly consolidated and mature, with Didi dominating it. It will be extremely hard to overcome the entry barriers at China. Despite having the second highest market potential, Japan is not preferred due to the regulatory barrier applied by the Japanese government. South Korea is dropped because of its stringent regulations on foreign investment and backlash from the taxi industry, among others. That leaves us with the last 2 targets. At the first glance, India appears to be a better option. However, the recent expiration of teaser rates caused sharp drop in growth. Research also shows that the Tier 1 and Tier 2 ride-hailing market are almost saturated. This leaves minimal opportunity for new entrants into the market. Finally, the target market, Pakistan. The absence of market research indicates that the market is relatively less mature. It has a growing population of young and middle class, which are the targeted consumer segments. Vehicle ownership rate is low, and public transportation services are poor. Furthermore, Pakistanis are adaptive to international brands. All these factors makes Pakistan an attractive option for Grab to venture into.
Okay, we now turn to see the detailed business plan Grab should adopt. For this, the 4P marketing mix was evaluated. First, the place. Security is the biggest concern traveling in Pakistan. and two strong players, Uber and Careem, are already in Pakistan now. So where should Grab start its business in Pakistan? Pakistan is experiencing rapid urbanization. Most Pakistan people live in Punjab and Sindh provinces, which are also relatively stable. So we believe it is a safer approach to start its operations in Punjab and Sindh, just like what Uber and Careem did, but with a wider coverage. Uber and Careem have so far stayed in large urban cities. Careem operates in Karachi, Lahore and Islamabad. Uber operates in Karachi and Lahore only. We believe that in addition to this, Grab should try to cover other big cities like Hyderabad, Fisherabad, Gujranwala, Peshawar and Multan, with a total population of almost 12 million. In terms of the product, it makes sense for Grab to take the product differentiation strategy instead of a cost leadership one. First, Grab should make its ride service safer. Detailed measures including stricter driver selection and install cameras in the cars. Actually, that's exactly what the Chinese ride-sharing company Didi is doing in Brazil now. Secondly, Grab should make this e-hailing service easier. Grab software already makes it possible for the customer to easily send surrounding pictures to better position themselves. Thirdly, Grab should leverage its wider variety of products to provide Grab Pay service. Actually, so far there is no dominant players in this field, leaving Grab the opportunity to provide this one-stop service. Next, compared with its rivals, Grab should try to provide wider coverage to make the service functionable in most areas in Punjab and Sindh. Lastly but not least importantly, Grab Message should continue its instant translation function, making it possible for local Pakistan people to have seamless Urdu-English translation. Next, let's consider the price. While additional safety measures, including the hardware and software, means higher investment, Grab should have full opportunity to charge higher price as more and more Pakistan customers are willing to pay in exchange for higher quality products. And as we have mentioned before, Grab has the capacity to provide a wider selection of services from taxi, Grab Car, Just Grab, Grab Share and Rent. If we look at the existing players, Careem Pakistan is around 25 to 30% more expensive than Uber. However, it looks like the people in Pakistan are willing to pay more. As a result, of course, they want premium experience and quality service. To summarize, we believe that Grab should have good reason to justify its premium price.
In terms of branding, our research indicates that Grab does not sound offensive or have negative connotations in Urdu. Hence, we think that the Grab brand can be used in Pakistan for the majority of its services without the need of localization or modification. The exception is Grab Food, as there is already a food delivery company named GrabAbide which operates in Islamabad. To prevent customer confusion and potentially legal issues from arising, Grab may need to consider renaming its food delivery arm. We think Grab should use a second level of standardization when designing its advertisement. The key selling points of Grab's services, namely reliability and safety, are relatively universal and not culturally embedded. Advertisements developed by Grab in Southeast Asia with scripts that emphasize these criteria should be relatable to Pakistani as well. Changes should, however, be made by using local actors and models to reflect the local population and usage of Urdu language. Being a technology company, Grab will and should continue to use digital platforms as its core advertising medium in Pakistan. However, in rural areas where smartphone penetration is lower and locals are more conservative, Grab may need to rely on traditional channels such as newspapers and billboard banners to convey the benefits of its services to reach out to these customers. We think Grab should establish a joint venture with a partner in Pakistan in the form of a limited liability partnership. An LLP has limited liability and separate legal personality. This means that Grab and its local partner only stand to lose the capital they invest in if the Pakistan operations fail. In addition, compared to a conventional company, LLP has less compliance costs as there are lesser regulatory procedures to follow making the business process more efficient and flexible. We, however, do recognize that an LLP may result in conflict, as potentially both parties may have different interests in the partnership. Apart from selecting a partner carefully, a second solution is to have a clear dispute resolution mechanism for the partnership arrangement, such as arbitration at a neutral venue using a third country's law. Such an arrangement demonstrates impartiality and avoids using Pakistani courts and laws, which may give the local partner home advantage. Since Pakistan is a former British colony, Grab may consider using English laws and the London Court of International Arbitration for its partnership arrangement.
We would advise Grab a two-stage entry model in Pakistan over a 3 to 5 years time frame. Stage 1 is about strategic alliance with Uber with a focus on different segments. In this strategic partnership forward, we will advise Grab to focus on the mass market, price and a slight premium so as to factor in the brand factor and the added services it provides, and it's been covered in the 4P marketing strategies. We believe the premium market will remain Uber's core focus, and there are two shared strategic logic for both parties. Number one, so as to play to our strength, as Grab has a proven track record in running low-cost model in Southeast Asia. Grab could help Uber fill in the void in the low-cost space in Pakistan. And number two, it avoids direct competitions and conflict with a strategic partner Uber by focusing on different segments. One would ask, what's the strategic logic or certainty for Uber to accept our offer? As we look back on history or the other competitive space in Southeast Asia, after years of competitions between Uber and Grab, Uber made a decision to sell all the assets and operations in exchange for Grab's equities in Southeast Asia so as to share the future benefits of it. They work together with skins in the game, they have equities in each other, and we believe that strategic alliance will prove of a high acceptance in Uber in Pakistan given the partnership in Southeast Asia. In terms of partnership and fit down to operations level, tactically we will advise Grab to share with Uber all the big data learning on customer behavior, especially in the low-cost space in Southeast Asia, and leverage such data to penetrate the Pakistan market. And we would advise Grab to acquire local customers through Uber's existing loyalty and referral program, which is Uber's most prominent marketing strategies at the moment. Over a 3 years time frame, we recommend a gradual transition to a co-ownership model with Uber. In terms of shape and design, we will recommend a share swap agreement between Grab and Uber in Pakistan as they gradually develop a trusted partnership in the region. The strategic objective really is to align interests between these two parties and at the same time leave the options open for both players. In addition, we will take a right of first refusal approach. Should any party exit the market, the other party would have first right to acquire the remaining business in full. Number one, it provides incentive for both parties to continue to invest in the market, and it leaves the markets open for any potential upside for both parties and protect them from market downside should they decide to harvest the market or exit the market at any time. We believe that such co-ownership design is intended to be risk and reward neutral and meant to be equal for both parties. But in the long run, we believe that Uber will focus on its core market where it holds majority control, such as US and Europe. And we believe that the synergy between Southeast Asia market and Pakistan market will gradually give Grab the competitive advantage to run the region more effectively over time, and such share swap agreement and right of first refusal design will naturally give Uber a passive incentive to exit the market at any time and share the benefits of the future with Grab.
Lastly, Grab should consider staffing and the leader of its Pakistan operations. Pakistan is a conservative Islamic country, hence the candidate which Grab choose should respect Muslim cultural sensitivity and speak Urdu, as English is not used widely in daily life. At the infancy of the JV, we propose Grab to send an expat who is familiar with Pakistan, perhaps a returning Pakistani expatriate who have worked with Grab before. Such a person should fit in without much problems and can ensure Grab's values and modus operandi are instilled on the JV. Once the organization matures, a polycentric or geocentric approach may then be considered.
Thank you. Pakistan, here we come.